to hide it behind a joke, or without having to turn it into something else, without having to disguise it in a way or put a mask on it. And so, think qualities about yourself that this spirit animal would like you to focus on. You are a dream weaver. You can create anything with your concepts, ideas, and inspiration. So you're somebody who really weaves dreams through the world, whether that be to other people or to yourself. You're somebody who can create anything with the concepts and ideas you have, the inspirations you have in your life. You have a lot of really good ideas and a lot of really good thoughts and things that you could bring into being. I think you may also help others to be able to weave their own dreams through your inspiration and through your motivation. You have beauty that radiates from deep within you. You are very high energy. Your love and light fills up any room. Your presence is felt. So you're somebody who's very optimistic, joyful, hopeful. You're somebody who really is very beautiful deep within your core. Somebody who is just an amazing person who cares so much and so deeply about everyone around you. And you could really come up with some amazing things if you weren't worried about expressing yourself to the truest degree and to the most honest degree, because that's what it takes to be able to take those ideas out of your head and put them out in the world. You have to be able to stand with confidence and express your truth, whether that be in emotions, whether that be in work, whether that be in art, whatever it is. You got to be able to have that confidence to know that it doesn't matter what anybody else thinks. What matters is what you're doing and how much you enjoy doing it. So we have the Seven of Swords, the Six of Pentacles, the Four of Swords, and the King of Swords. So, you may be wearing a very big mask, one of feeling unworthy to be able to give to others in some way, to be able to have something that's equally giving and balanced with nourishment and care in your life. And it's because you're wearing this mask, you're lying to yourself and to others in a way. You're really being very coy and sly and really cutting at times, very cutting and very cold and harsh at times, maybe even manipulating and lying to others, or causing, kind of playing games, with the mind. And it's because you are so logical and so analytical that you might be caught up in your thoughts so much, feeling like you're unworthy, feeling like you need to run away, thinking that that you got to get out of here and you got to, or you can't trust anyone and you got to protect yourself, or, things like that. And it's really causing you to not be able to give and take equally with others. Even though you're a very beautiful person, you're an amazing person, you have a little bit of pride and ego that might be taking over a little bit and causing you to take from others instead of giving, because you're afraid to give, because you don't feel like you have enough to give. But the whole thing is, you can give and give and give and give forever, and you will never run out of what you have to give, because what you have to give is your thoughts, your brains, your voice, your opinion, your truth. But you're not giving it. It's time now to take some time for self-care, to really clear your thoughts and bring yourself to a state of peace, so that you can really see the happiness and calm and peace within yourself, and you can radiate that out into the world, and you can be in this confident state of the King of Swords, where you are somebody who can communicate very effectively and efficiently. You can solve any problem. You're very logical, motivated, analytical, somebody who can really talk their way through anything. But when you're in this energy over here, you're not creating the world you want, because you're running from it, because you're afraid that you are not worthy of what you want and desire when you are. So that's what I have for this pile. I hope you really enjoyed this reading. I would love to hear your feedback in the comments below, or if you have a suggestion for another video, I would love to hear that as well. I hope you have a beautiful night, day, whatever it is, wherever you are when you're watching. On to pile 5. So, for pile 5, we have the hawk. So, hawks are very optimistic, decisive, strategic. They're very creative. They really represent rebirth, guardianship, protection, fearlessness, memory, being perceptive about others, and not allowing situations or people to deceive you, being able to be on guard and not to lose faith in your perceptions, to trust in what you see is true, whether others cause doubt or not. You have a vision and intuition, and the hawk is calling on you to really rely on it, to see this situation from a different and higher perspective, to keep the big picture in focus. It's really time to take flight at this time and to reach for the skies, to trust your instincts in making decisions or completing tasks. The universe is helping you at this time to be able to expand your knowledge, to be able to learn lessons. The hawk represents messengers of the spiritual realm as well, and you are being guided through these lessons for the highest good. Trust in that. Trust in the nudges that you're receiving. Trust that the spiritual realm is with you and helping to guide you on your path. Listen to the synchronicities coming to you. You may be receiving messages from the other side. It'll bring you new insights. Be able to trust in this. You are being called to be straightforward, to really be able to stand out from the crowd. You're awakening to many of your more mystical visions or powers, and even possibly claircognizance. Trust in the messages that this animal brings to you. And I'm going to read this from the book as well. There may be an extra message in here for us. Okay. Watchful, all-seeing messenger of divinity. The sharp eyes of the hawk watch our every move. This keen-eyed bird has the ability to see every little detail as well as the bigger picture. When this card appears, fate has its eyes on you, and the winds are shifting. It is said that the hawk carries news upon its wings, and that it is sent from divinity itself to deliver it. This message should not be taken lightly, though it may seem small or insignificant. It will eventually redirect your course. When in balance, sees clearly, intuitive. When out of balance, sees too much and is suspicious. To bring into balance, perspective shift. So, there may be something in your life right now that you need to shift your perspective on, to really trust in your truest perceptions and in your keen intuition, and to really trust in the messages you're receiving from your guides. So that the qualities about yourself that the hawk would like you to focus on now: you are truly compassionate and understanding, and you have a heart of gold. You are able to understand without words, claircognizant, very knowledgeable. Naturopaths are here to care, nurture, and love all of life. Care for life with respect. So, you might be having a shift in what your goals are as far as your career goes. Maybe you're thinking about going more towards something to do with animals or plants or the environment. And you may also, it may not even be career-wise, it may even be hobby-wise, it may even be your own animals that you're caring for. You may take in strays, something along those lines. You're somebody very compassionate, very understanding. You've got a heart of gold, and you can really understand things without words. You may also be able to understand animals without words as well, to really be able to understand what they want, what they need, and to really be able to, when you talk to them, it's almost like they can understand you as well. I kind of have that myself a little bit. So anyway, don't allow others to tear you down or make you feel like what you think isn't real. So we have the Empress, we have the Queen of Wands, we have the Ten of Swords, and we have the Death. So there might have been some sort of really harsh ending that happened in your life. There might have been a very serious and deep betrayal. There might have been some horrible lies that were told about you, or someone told them to you. There might have even just been a complete and total end to some situation where somebody just disappeared out of your life. And really it brought this, being grateful for that is what you need to understand, because this ending here brought you this massive transformation into your life. It gave you the strength and courage and fire and passion to be motivated and to go after your true desires and what you really want, and to really put everything you have into gaining self-esteem and self-confidence, and to standing up for what's right and protecting and caring for those that you love, and all of nature as well, possibly. You have really been able to grow into this beautiful Empress energy. And there may have been somebody here whose mother may have caused something along those lines as well. But what I'm seeing more is that you have really grown into this woman who is very abundant and fertile, somebody who is ready for a new beginning, somebody who is going with the flow, no longer accepting anything that is not worthy of her, somebody who really has risen up from the ashes and been able to transform yourself completely into this amazing woman who's just able to go with the flow and really enjoy life as well, and to really nurture and care for everything in your realm. So that's what I have for this pile. It kind of ended abruptly there, but that's what I have for this pile. I hope you really enjoyed this reading, and I would love to hear your feedback in the comments, or if you have a suggestion for a future video, I'd love to hear that as well. Have a beautiful night, day, whatever it is, wherever you are when you're watching. On to pile 6. So, for 6, we have the fish. Fishes represent rebirth, good luck, good health, creativity, feelings, fertility, independent, adaptability, instinctive. There may be a situation that you're facing right now that may be mirroring your emotions and subtle awarenesses to influence you to move forward. Happiness, intelligence, strength, and endurance are all gifts brought to you by the spirit animal on your journey. You are being shown a deep awareness of the unconsciousness or your higher self. Don't fight it. Go with the flow and allow yourself to be guided forward. Knowledge, wisdom, inspiration, and prophecy are also symbols of fish in ancient Celtic traditions. Transformation is at your door, a chance to go deeper within. Faith and trust in the abundance that comes from allowing instead of trying to control right now. Liberation from the confines of societal norms or mass consciousness. Remember that you are free to swim when and where you wish. You have the immense determination, but remember, flexibility and adaptability sometimes it is good to swim against the current. Know when it is necessary and when it is best to go with the flow, and when it's best to go against the current. So, I'm also going to read this out of the book as well, in case there's an extra message for us there. Fish. Restlessness, change of focus, lost in the current. The fish loves to be subsumed in life's current. Nothing pleases it more than movement, and more movement. The roaming lifestyle of the fish may be exhilarating for a while, but usually leads to weariness and slippery relationships. With all the possibilities out there in the vast waters, the fish becomes lost without clear goals or intentions. Spend some time with the lunar forces, dear fish, as the peace and calm of the moon will soothe your soul. When in balance, adaptable and travels well. When out of balance, distracted and changes mind often. To bring into balance, set a small goal and accomplish it. So really being able to set some goals and accomplish them would really help you if you're feeling distracted, or if you're feeling like you can't decide on something. Just setting small goals, little goals to work on, one step at a time, right? And it'll create that stability slowly. But I think overall, this fish is here with you to help you to remain flexible and adaptable during changing times and circumstances. So what it wants you to focus on, your best qualities that it wants you to focus on at the moment are, or to focus on, like building up, adaptability, flexibility, able to go with the flow with ease. So yeah, like I was saying, I think this is mostly about being able to go with the flow with ease, to know when it's time to act and when it's time to go with the flow. when it's time to go against the grain, and when it's not time to, because there's a time for each. Each time has its place. You teach others a lot from your experience, and you don't mind learning from others. So, you're somebody who really doesn't mind learning from others, and you teach others a lot as well. You're probably somebody very knowledgeable and experienced in a lot of different areas, but there's also people around you who are knowledgeable and experienced in their own areas as well. And this may be telling you that it's time to accept that help from others, to learn how to go with the flow a little more easily as well. You have many gifts locked inside. Find the key to bring them out. It's inside of you. So you have this strength and this stability within yourself to be able to really remain grounded and rooted in reality, and to really stand firm and strong, to really be able to release control and to allow things to unfold with patience and stability, because it's all inside of you. High Priestess, Three of Swords, Seven of Wands, King of Pentacles, Devil. I'm going to grab an extra card for this pile. Oh, we got two of them. So, there may have been a very codependent relationship that ended in your life, a very karmic relationship, maybe even. There may have been, maybe you ended up not seeing what you had in front of you with someone else because you felt like they were unobtainable, and you didn't have the faith and trust you needed, and it brought heartbreak down on your doorstep. And maybe you fell into codependency because of your heartbreak. You got chained into some other situation, and really you're starting to see that it was because you were bored, dissatisfied with how good things were going. Things weren't changing so much because you enjoy the movement, right? But movement isn't always good. So it could have been, you might have been like overlooking the blessings that were in your life and really caused an issue here in some way. And now you're trying to make a decision, trying to plan some sort of forward action, because you're realizing that the grass wasn't greener on the other side, that the grass is greener where you water it. It's like there's been this sudden realization. And if this isn't you and you're waiting on somebody to realize this, then it could be somebody else as well in your life. That's not what I was wanting to do. Yeah. Although I'm going to read that anyway. Yeah. You're suddenly realizing that you were doing things just to please other people, to make other people happy. You were working so hard, trying to go down this path. You jumped into this option emotionally, and it really was an illusion. It was something very toxic, and it crashed down around you, this realization of how much you were going after something that was not worthy of you, that you really didn't know your true value and worth. You really didn't know where to place your priorities and where to place your stability, your commitments, and so you ended up in this very toxic situation. And I think it might have even been like choosing someone over someone, possibly. Yeah. And now you're undecided about, I think there was somebody you overlooked, somebody that you really didn't see as an opportunity at that point in time for whatever reason. And now you're really seeing how deeply rooted that connection was, how deeply rooted emotionally that connection was, how really connected you felt to that person. And you really have had this awakening now that you were very indecisive before, but now you want to make this decision. You want to go forward and have this reconciliation. You want to be able to express your true thoughts, your true ideas, your true passions, and to really be able to set your boundaries in a very effective way. You want to be able to charge in with this truth and with this honor, this integrity, this stability, this commitment, and show this person that you're willing to work for this, or show this job, whatever it is, that you're willing willing to work for this, and that this is your main priority, and that you see where the value is now and where the worth is now, and you know how to get it. And all it takes is expressing your true desires, your true passions, and having faith and trust and belief in the process that there is something going on that you don't know about, and the universe is calling you to have faith and to trust. And since this elephant came out, I'm just going to read this elephant card really quick. Elephants never forget, and elephants are very family oriented, by the book type of creatures here. It's also about strength and stability. That's why I decided to go ahead and read it, because I accidentally grabbed it in the middle of that. So we have unstoppable, auspicious, wise. The elephant is arguably the most auspicious figure in the deck. Like Ganesh, the elephant represents immense wisdom as well as good fortune. It is said that the great elephant is the destroyer of obstacles. So if this card appears when you feel stuck, rest assured the path will soon become clear. To add to the mystery, the elephant is also known to create obstacles in order to steer us in the right direction. Trust this gentle and noble creature. It illuminates the way with a light of self-knowledge. When in balance, one-pointed focus, generous and loving. When out of balance, misunderstands fate. To bring into balance, trust. So this situation is calling you to have trust, to be focused on your goals, to be generous, to be loving, to be going down your own path, and to be realizing that obstacles are stepping stones in the right direction, and that you're learning and growing from everything you're going through, and it's causing you to be able to have this better sense of value and worth, and this deeper inner strength and value, and allowing you to become more of an honest, open person, somebody who commits to things in the right way. So I hope you have a beautiful night, day, whatever it is, wherever you are when you're watching. Bye-bye.